I don't know. I think the main thing, once again, for this game, the mid-game, where both Brewmaster, Puck, as well as the TA...
Terrible if the laning stage doesn't go great.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
It's quite polarizing in its results. It's 1-0 in the tournament.
Oh, we got a Nightmare into an arrow, and likely the first blood to follow. Only question is who snags it. It will be 33 on the Brewmaster for Team Liquid. K1, though, showing some aggression onto Mikke. He's going to find his cover in the wave here, but Divine Llama and company will continue the pressure under the tier 2. Grimstroke not able to hit that, but hard to pressure him out. And we'll see what kind of rotation Boxy will have on this
Mikke's
Piranha.
in trouble.
Yep, TP in. And Mikke does fall to Schofield. Sprout onto Insania, but Heroic not going to go any further here.
So many upsides to getting this item on Lifestealer. So I definitely think he's getting it. The question usually is, do you get Armlet before or not? Insania?
Yeah, might be in some trouble. Inkswell will end up hitting into the Swashbuckle, so easy kill for Divine Llama, not even needing the assistance of the Nature's Prophet. Scepter Bane is not that unusual anymore, so making the cancellation of the Fiend's Grip extra hard. Definitely have to give credit so far to KJ, as we're going to see mid lane, Coil onto the Lesh. KJ comes in, sprouts Nisha. Analog will die first, though, as Nisha should be able to walk away safely. KJ not able to finish the job.
And that's their Pango, that they feel like they can pick it into a classic counter matchup in the Bane. Sometimes some of the reasoning could also be, well, if... Oh, hang on. Boxy
Nice
trying to be
read.
sneaky.
Very nice read, but leap into safety. Arrow from afar. Oh, it does hit. Insania is going to steal the room. Oh my god. That is very unfortunate for Heroic. Insania will happily sacrifice his life. Maybe he can get a deny on these Ancients.
Oh, nice wash.
He might just try to run away the old-fashioned way.
He's fine.
All right. Well,
unless KJ comes in.
Analog is
no
coming.
No teleport ready.
Yeah, he's got his splitter at the ready.
He's not fine, Shannon. How dare you?
Very dead. Insania eventually drops, but that does take a lot of time.
That feels like a major win regardless of dying there, just because you had 3 heroes on your tail for so long. Lesh made the rotation, you got the rune.
K1, oh, actually, the rage doesn't last long enough, and he ends up dropping in a 1v1, essentially, knowing that there's no reinforcements there. Nice play from Liquid. For the 8-minute rune, it will be a damage rune in the bot section, as KJ might be able to deny. Yes. Wait.
He got
it. Was denied and he bottled. That makes a lot of sense. Game's in beta, of course. Nature's Prophet dies. Next will be Schofield and Liquid. Off to the races, Syndrin. We've seen that
from the same server tick shit or what?
Yeah, we're gonna need 128
by the server.
All right, it's too early, Syndrin. I know they're behind, but what do you think of the Nature's Prophet so far? How it's worked for Heroic? Because I've noticed a couple situations where he sprouts in and it forces them back, as he might go down here. Divine Llama on the high ground to try to help out, but Nisha comes in for the finishing blow. Inkswell not going to end up hitting as the arrow hits instead from Boxy. And Insania coming in from the north now, gets a Nightmare. Nisha should be able to walk away safely. And again, the sacrifice is the Bane, so Insania, second time this game. And Liquid would be very happy with that.
Yeah, it definitely feels like if Heroic want to have a chance at stabilizing this game, it is going to be around Analog. The 4 points in Edict, any good fight taken around Lesh could lead to a tower.
K1,
but
that's Silence to start things out, and they have enough damage. Another death for K1, and they use that Primal Split to take the Tier 1 tower. Mikke, though, let's see if Heroic can get a trade. They desperately need this. Inkswell on top of the Rolling Thunder. Will proc again onto Mikke. Should be a kill, indeed it is. So Heroic finally getting some sort of trade that looks reasonable.
Yeah, but how good is it really? They lost their tower. Can they get the top one with Lesh? Little corner.
Yep, Insania being a nuisance.
Not getting it in the first round.
And this will provide a lot of time for Liquid to bring some reinforcements up here if they want. That's a Moonlight Shadow as well. And with that, I think Heroic starting to back away. Nisha, though, gets the Waning Rift. Should be a freebie onto Schofield as the Coil comes in, latching onto Devi. He's going to be able to swashbuckle a decent distance away. Insania not able to close the gap, though.
And Nisha's hounding him.
They're continuing on here with the refraction charges. You can't blame them. And Nisha, I don't think they're going to pick up this kill, but definitely
here for some good damage on the tier 1. Don't think they'll be able to complete it.
Yeah, it looks like it's a triple stack, so again, not anything super crazy. Is Inkswell. McGay, not going to get help from the arrow. Inkswell will eventually hit his KJ coming in as well. He's taking a ton of damage, but the focus is on McGay with that Pulse Nova, ripping right through the refraction charges. Down he goes. Rolling Thunder now, Nisha will get hit, so that's 2 cores dead for Liquid already. Of course, the mid laner for Heroic is lost. Now the Nature's Prophet to follow. Insania, Inkswell again. Schofield all over the place. He has been certainly the MVP for Heroic so far.
Yeah, and he gets a...
Radiance for K1 is 1,000 away, just to show the difference there. And we'll see how much value they can get out of this timing from 33. As KJ is spotted, gets off a Sprout, Shield Crash onto 2, but instant Nightmare, Primal Split, and it looks like Divine Llama's in a lot of trouble. Lift up onto Schofield. He's going to snap the coil. Divine Llama with a little baby swashbuckle, not enough to get away. And Analog finds support in the tree line, but Schofield's the one that dies next to the tier 2 tower. And now Analog looks to be next, just stuck inside this corner here. 3 dead as Liquid.
Divine and Radiance for a very long time.
I don't think Radiance was always in the game, but we'll talk about that another time when nobody's listening, because it's very, very uninteresting.
Many years.
It has, but not
Analog
forever.
in trouble.
Analog, Waning Rift, Silence to start things out. He's coiled as well. TP support is coming, but he's already dead. Schofield just can't get there in time.
Schofield has the shard, but...
Oh, right. So Grimstroke, we've seen, obviously, the Inkswell is like the most important spell on this hero. You need somebody that can go on. Is going to have to hold the horses again. Moonlight Shadow, Analog again in a lot of trouble. I don't think the Inkswell is getting him out of this one. Does dispel, but just too much damage as Boxy ends up taking him out. And the Primal Split doing some extra work on the K1, who ends up dying. My goodness. So the Brewmaster ends up falling to the Swash. The coil comes in from Nisha onto 2. The Silence is there as well. Rolling Thunder from Divine, not able to find any connection, and K1 just has to rage, try to run away, but the Inkswell does connect onto Nisha, but he's going to have to run away instead as K1 just taking too much damage. Nisha actually going in for the kill. He gets it. Will he get out with his life? Swashbuckle connects. Schofield in the tree line gets nightmared by Insania, and in fact they might just turn this around on Schofield instead, and that is indeed the case. Swashbuckle just misses Nisha, and somehow in all of that Nisha lives, and now has
more or less killing him 100-0. 33.
Schofield is found by 33. We'll get a cheeky little D ward. Insania shadowing him, but Nisha arrives, and that's going to be the death of the Grim again.
Listening to Jenkins' advice of not chasing Schofield for too long, they just kill him in 5 seconds every time. So the most realistic kill with that isn't a support, but he has currently got a bottled shield rune.
Arrow, ooh, just misses K1. Rolling Thunder from Divide is going to catch 33 for the time being. Can they prevent the Primal Split? Yes, they have the damage.
Infest for the
now the Infest for Grim, although he looked like he was fine because Nisha ended up TPing away anyway.
Thank you, Divide. I feel like this is going to be the next level tipping. Teams aren't doing this enough, just pinging how much damage they did to each other.
Yeah, but how do you monetize that, Cinder? That's not allowed. Insania already at half HP with that Swash. Split Earth is there. Arrow not going to do much. So another kill for Heroic, and the
favored in terms of like overall scaling when this goes later, but on second glance, I'm not completely convinced. I think all of the heroes on Heroic are actually very strong in the late game. So
Nightmare into Arrow. That is a dead Grimstroke, and a coil into Grip. That is a lot of damage to Divine Llama. We will get his Rolling Thunder off, and here comes K1. Buyback now to the Grimstroke as KJ trying to kill himself onto the creeps, but he will fall the old-fashioned way. Now the chase onto Schofield. That is a dieback for the Grimstroke. My goodness. And now the cores for Heroic are the only ones left. They'll have to back away.
Yeah, the dieback, as you said, not the greatest. Liquid get a very great fight out of this, and now if they even find Analog, that would be the biggest kill of them all. They do spot him.
Yeah, Pulse Nova on the other side of the tree line. He gets off the Split Earth, but now the Arrow setup gets off the Bloodstone, but nobody's near enough to get that spell lifesteal, so down goes the Lesh. Didn't show up to the fight and dies anyway, as Nisha take a couple right clicks from K1, but we'll brush it off.
Yeah, the silver. But if you are the target, this item is just 2,250 dead gold that could have been spent on building into some sort of armor, like a Shiva could have been a thing. Nice Nightmare Arrow.
They just have, when you're at this stage of the game and you have these setups, it is so hard for Heroic to get back in. after bleeding a little bit more. And now the lead is getting to a point where Liquid are feeling very comfortable.
Yeah.
They have the vision, Insania with a Nightmare, but Mickey not able to reconnect. Boxy gets off the arrow, Starstorm and the right clicks. Divine Llama dies in his own base.
Yeah,
Liquid dominating.
Leave or stay. Somebody's losing behavior score on that. Divine Llama in trouble.
Yes.
Will be saved by Grim.
Will barely get out. Insania gets off a Nightmare to keep Analog at bay. The coil onto 2 from Nisha, and here comes 33 beating away at the Lash. Schofield dies for what seems like the millionth time, and now basically a 4v1. And that is the death of Analog. And they find Divine Llama on the outskirts, and now a silence onto K1. Yule, Primal Split being faked out. There's the grip. And you would think they should have the damage now to finish the job. Indeed they do. So despite losing their TA delivered for another minute and a half. As 33
from Booze and Buddies
with
in the base and in the crowd.
Yes, very, very fitting. Gonna push K1 to the other side. He's gonna have to use his Rage to try to take out this Earth Panda, but it's not happening. Now the Rage is gone. The way, oh, instant Orchid onto Nisha, but you can see Schofield is the one dying on the other side to Mickey very casually. And then we see the Wrath of Nature, but the phase shift will end up dodging out the Split Earth. And already 2 dead for Heroic. And that's a buyback on to Schofield, but damage has been done. Range Rax is dead. Will they try to defend 4v5 with this melee rack still up? Looks like that is a negative. So 2 sets of racks for Liquid here in this game 1. And they're not going to stop now. Is Mickey with the Hurricane Pike? Schofield.
Oh, no.
Oh, that is so sad. That is a dieback for him. K1 does take out Insania, but now Mickey and company trying to turn this around. Down goes Analog. Only 2 remaining members of Heroic. As the BKBs were popped galore for Liquid. Still with the Aegis, though. No reason to stop now.
I think even if they are careful, they will.
That's a very bold call, Cinderin. Hurricane Pike again. Divine Llama with the Rolling Thunder. Mickey on the other side doing a massive damage to Devi. Trying to focus down Mickey, but again, he still has that Aegis as Boxy with the BKB. All right, we didn't notice that one. Another nice swash, but that is going to be the death of Divine Llama, and now the Mega Creeps to come for Liquid. The end game inventory. That's all these pros care about. Primal Split onto the tier 4s with the Deso being applied as well. And there's the grip. Insania can walk around freely, showing that Aghanim Scepter in style. And K1 is dead. 70 seconds of no life stealer. And now Liquid just gonna clean up everybody else as GGs are called. Game number 1 ends in a 13.
Yeah, nice clean game from them. I think the worth highlighting really.
When you want to try and move yourself to objectives, the Fizz right-clicking your towers, Brew with the split. There's a lot of emphasis on Panglia.
Is pretty well positioned here. Will break it.
Yep, Schofield making his way over.
And he will just yield the area. Just not
but now Sticky Bomb is actually going to not hit. Fissure going to block out Boxy. Lucent Beam onto Schofield. Who gets the first blood is the question. Got the shield crash onto several. Boxy is going to go down first. And first blood goes to Analog. Very important for Heroic. As Schofield, he's going to make it difficult. In fact, he's going to make it impossible to kill him with that Fairy Fire. Now Insania slowed to a crawl with the Enchant. Let's see if they can actually finish the job. The Fissure is there. Nice block from Schofield. Terrific start for Heroic.
Yeah, it looked like Liquid were uninterested. Yeah, they're basically even on net worth despite first blood.
Yeah, imagine if there was no first blood. This would be so bad for I mean, it already is. As top lane, KJ taking a ton of damage, 33. Will help finish it up with the likes of Boxy, and he will get traded in the end. No deny this time.
Yeah, should be pretty happy with that on the side of Heroic. Weaver, I feel like this hero has really good games. Sometimes the teams just don't identify. Oh, KJ in trouble. Blast off.
Boxy gets the kill. And he's attempting to run away. The Swarm is upon him, though. Nice disarm from the Taser, but K1 will eventually get the kill.
Yeah, I think Carry Weaver, in games where the carry-to-carry matchup is good and the enemy team doesn't have too much in the way of disables, this hero can really do a lot. Oh, nice block off here. Mickey will be fine, but this Shaker Darkseer is, to be fair, not the strongest of lanes. I think that's completely fair to say, but they're getting Divine Llama off to a pretty good start. Now, Darkseer is the type of hero where the first few levels is always the struggle for this guy.
In time. Sticky Bomb connects. Invis is available for somebody in the mid lane. See if they'll be able to get it or not. As Schofield and Divide Llama again onto Mickey. They got the blood grenade now. Gets vacuumed back into an enchant totem and fissure. And Insania too late to the party. So despite this lane not being very good on paper, they get the kill onto the Luna.
This is so good news for Divide. I feel like Heroic have no business finding kills in this lane. So even getting one on that Luna is huge.
Analog, Shield Crash coming in with that Invis rune. 33, not level 6 yet, so an easy pickup for Heroic. Now instead of the pistols from last game, much more effective it seems. Nisha, a lot of damage to the tier 1 tower with that Dragon Form as KJ making his way over with the tomato creep. Boxy though is here with the sticky bomb. Analog gets off the Rolling Thunder. Nice angle onto the DK. Yeah. 33 coming in though. Gets off the Thunderclap onto KJ. The disarm comes from Boxy as Nisha pushed to the other side. Now K1 has made his way over with the Shikuchi. Swash does hit. Nisha so tanky with his double bracer build. Still being pursued under the cover of the tier 1 tower. Gets the Dragon Tail off. Boxy is now here onto the other side. Nisha continuing to get pursued by the Shikuchi. It will hit. A couple more right clicks should suffice surely. The Breathe Fire is there now as well to mitigate the damage into the tree line. He actually finds his little crevice, but no. K1 eventually gets the kill. It is hard fought, but the Dragon Knight does actually fall. And now Boxy being pursued as Schofield walking to the ends of the earth. Fissure does clip onto the tail end as K1 will Shikuchi in. And is there going to be a Roche deny? Yes! Very slow wind up with that right click, but eventually Roche.
Was, to be fair, that was avoidable for K1. I feel like a bit of a mistake there to hit the techies on the way into the pit. Just follow him, run next to him, wait to see if he gets hit by Roche, then you finish the job.
Oh, Mickey gonna take a wall to the face. There's gonna be a TP coming in though as 33 with that primal split will use it. Stun onto Divide Llama, lifts up the Centaur creep, so no stuns to come from Heroic. Easy cleanup onto Divide as KJ. Gonna get pushed back. Do they have the damage to actually kill her off? She's only level 3, so might be a freebie. Although 33 back into his normal form, slowing her down. Thunderclap with the help of Mickey and that Lucent Beam. Eventually they get the second kill.
Dire's middle tower.
Healthy.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So could have been better for Liquid, but it's still good.
Yep, 33. They know he doesn't have primal split. Although this will be a bit of a difficult kill. Surge is there onto Schofield, not level 6 yet, as 33 very fast.
Yeah, that was...
Although KJ making an appearance now with the Impetus, and now the Enchant slow. Thunderclap only onto Schofield as he does have some help from Mickey, but eventually they do run him down.
I think 33 also definitely wasn't expecting that Ench flank to come in.
And it looks like K1, obviously the Maelstrom to start things out, but we'll be going for Dragonlance into an eventual Linken's this game.
Linken's obviously amazing against Dragon Knight. The only thing that's reliably going to break it... Oh, hang on. Schofield will not be getting his blink just now. He was very close.
He was, but he's going to have to wait a little bit longer. Boxy gets credit for that one. Feels like it has slowed down a bit, though.
Yeah. Insania, as well as 33, made their way out of there. However, that's just a random clipping. Oh no.
Oh, hi there.
Oh.
In the tree line is a Techies.
They had no idea. Just randomly gets hit in there.
That is quite unlucky. Yeah.
What can you do? And that is great news for the Weaver.
As an Eclipse comes in, Mickey finding a little ES action.
Yeah.
So ends not much of it yet. Very good Orchid. But the Shikuchi was already off.
Now this build from Nisha is very aggressive, right? The Blink Orchid from Dragon Knight, you want to find engagement. Oh. Well, you're going to find one, I guess.
He almost died to Dragon Tail itself, which is very rare.
Yeah.
But yeah, another support down for Heroic. They will likely try to back away. 33 making his presence known, wants to take some of these creeps. Divide Llama, does he actually want to fight? Pops the Shivas. Onto Boxy, the vacuum beautifully placed, mid blast off.
Oh, this is so awkward.
Now the Rolling Thunder from Analog, focusing on Insania, but Nisha is who they really want. The creeps are going away, it looks like, so Nisha might be left to his own devices. Swashbuckle's there, completely out of mana now thanks to the defusal. That ends up being a very big kill for Heroic. Liquid just not on the same page, it seems.
They're at least not a huge chunk of the enemy's net worth. More than is supposed to be is on one guy. You can start strategizing around, all right, are we going to target him? Are we going to dodge him in fights? What's our prioritization?
Orchid, Dragon Tail combo into the blast off. Do they have enough damage? So tanky, but eventually Analog does die. And KJ now.
Big damage,
Some good damage. He's actually stuck in the trees. Very awkward for him. Not sure if he has a way out. And K1 and Divide will be able to take out Boxy, although the Hand of God was placed, keeping Boxy alive. Eventually, the Fissure does do the job, though. Nisha, a bit aggressive on the other side of the Fissure now as the Eclipse comes through. A lot of creeps to tank it up, though, as the Primal Split is used as well. As Nisha gets destroyed by Schofield. Divide eventually getting run down, though. So lots of trades throughout this fight. As Schofield brought into the air and swiftly brought back down into the tree line he goes. The Enchant Totem trying to get off the blink, but there's just too many cancellations. And that should be another kill for Liquid. Ends up being a 3 for 3.
Okay, one is not stopping here.
And Mickey out of mana, but K1 won't pursue any further. KJ eventually found his way out of the tree line, doing some damage to 33, who just simply TPs out.
I think Heroic might have got an even better fight out of that.
Yeah.
Boxy in trouble.
Boxy being pursued, but has some company with him. K1 gets Lucent beamed. He's silenced up right now as well. The Sticky Bomb applies. They don't have the damage to finish him off. It looks like he's going to be close. Finally, the Aegis is taken. And Nisha getting rolled on as support in the form of Insania as K1 making his way over with the Shikuchi. Look at that impetus damage. A big vacuum from Divide Llama. Nisha's dead. Insania looks to be next. This is a disaster for Liquid. Mickey pops the BKB. Will even be able to get out with his life? Looks like that is not to be. 4 dead. Heroic absolutely destroying Liquid here we've ever seen.
Yeah, and I think
memory.
This is the closest a team has been to the upper bracket as well. Like, they had so many opportunities, just one more game win, and many of their losses were like over an hour.
Schofield wanted to steal the Tormentor. Instead, he feeds his life away. Here too, ripe for the pickin'. Some creeps will be shown. Gleipnir applied to them. Not gonna be able to kill off any of them though.
33 in the front.
Trying to force them out. Actually will use the Primal Split. Now the disengage from Heroic. Schofield is seen in the cover of his Shadow Blade. And he will be the sacrifice, it seems. But honestly, wait.
No, wait.
Schofield.
No, wait.
Schofield, blink, TP. Oh, Nisha.
Wow.
Very close. But they did, I mean, that's a support for Primal Split. That's not even... Yeah, the last thing they want to do is just sit high ground and wait for the inevitable. It's K1 being shown. They dust him, they pop the Lincolns, and they get the Dragon Tail. Do they have the damage? Big vacuum into an Echo Slam. K1 has lived as a result. Somehow nobody is dead. As they're going to push back the Enchantress, and now Analog comes in with the Rolling Thunder. K1 continue to apply a lot of pressure from afar. Still has the Aegis intact. Nice Fissure with the Rolling Thunder combo. Mickey getting really low. The shield crash into the impetus. KJ gets the kill. Make it 2 as Liquid crumbling. Now they get the Aegis. But that is all. That was a disgusting vac wall into Echo.
To deal with him, so they just put the Shaker in the back line. And now another
beautiful vacuum into the Shivas, into the Swash. 33 has no Primal Split and is eventually taken out. Nisha's basically a creep at this point, does no damage. And the only member left is Insania. They have a bunch of buybacks, but Heroic feeling very cheeky right now. They're going to force out 2 and maybe back away. Dragon Tail onto Divide Llama, getting really deep. Blast off will connect. So at the very least, Liquid gets something out of this. But now the rest of Heroic on the run. And if they only lose 1, then they are going to be very happy with this exchange.
Yeah, 2 core buybacks spent just to kill the Darkseer, who was overextended into the tier 4s. And Heroic immediately call the retreat and get out with all of them. And they might even get a kill in return now.
Yeah, Boxy trying to deward. How dare he do so? He's swiftly taken out. So.
Huh. I don't think I've ever heard the sound from that for some reason.
Are they going to go for the old Tormy? They take the Wisdom Room. Primal Split, nice Fissure, blocking off most of the team. And Heroic can likely just back away, but they might want to fight. As K1 actually had to use his BKB to pop the Lincolns now. Do they have more stuns on top? They get the Dragon Tail into the Lucent Beam. He's brought back into the fray and destroyed. Beautifully done from Liquid. Heroic sticking around a little bit too long, perhaps. Do they actually want to fight this? Rolling Thunder does proc onto Mickey. Now they don't have that ultimate to work with. Fissure blocking off a bit more. Has the shard now on Schofield.
Oh, they found Divide.
Yeah, if they lift him into the air.
That's cheese.
He's in quite a bit of trouble. Dragon Tail is there. Analog with a swash, but has to probably back away as the vac wall is in fact used. Schofield dies this at the trade of Boxy, and now Devi has to just surge away. And a continued chase from 33 and company. They find KJ in the trees. Do they have the vision? Do they even have the damage, really? I mean, Enchantress at this stage is not the easiest pickoff.
That's really big for Liquid. I don't know. There's no way Liquid make it here on time.
Yeah, looks to be that way.
And Heroic in good formation, too, if this fight breaks out post-Roche kill.
Aegis, Cheese, and I believe Aghanim Scepter as well. We'll see who consumes that after this potential fight. Schofield is found in the tree line. 33 with the gem in vision. Now they take out the Earthshaker immediately. Has the buyback, though. There's the vac wall, but not really hitting too many. But the Luna is who they're targeting. Mickey pops his Eclipse, taking a lot of damage from that Impetus. There's the Hand of God keeping him alive. The Blast Off going to connect onto one. Divine Llama in a lot of trouble. Boxy getting extremely low as well. Beautiful Rolling Thunder. The beautiful Fissure as well. They lose one on the side of Liquid as Nisha trying to continue the pressure onto Analog. As K1 finally the Echo Slam comes in onto 2. Schofield and company take out Chen as a result. They take out the Aegis though as K1. It's going to kill off Insania. Mickey getting relatively low. Beautiful vacuum on the other side of the fissure. They're kind of stuck here now next to this cliff as Mickey trying to heal up on the creeps. He's going to be left to his own devices here pretty soon. The last remaining member of Liquid will not survive. And no buyback to come from him. A great buyback coming out from Schofield.
If this fight is to break out, a lot of the tankiness that Liquid have unavailable for another half a minute.
Now Divine Llama wanted to go for the initiation, but is thinking better of it now. He'll be able to get to the other side, but the vac wall onto Mickey. That's the only one that matters. He pops. Okay. Looks like he's going to back away for the time being. Was not baited at all as Analog coming in with the Rolling Thunder, taking massive damage from that Lucent Beam. Beautiful Fissure again from Schofield, keeping the Luna at bay. Analog gets to the other side, should be fine. K1 gets brought to half HP via one Lucent Beam again. 33, the Primal Split is dead. Only has one left as the Eclipse finally coming through. Divine Llama getting saved via the creeps, but he's stuck in the corner. Aegis is down. McKay being pushed to the other side. The tier 4s are taking damage now. Another vacuum into the Echo Slam onto 2. Mickey gets the Satanic though. He's blowing them up. And now K1 looks to be next on the list. And the Blast Off is there as well. 2 dead for Heroic. And now they are on the retreat. Nisha TP, he's fine.
From Lifestealer, you can lock onto him quite nicely.
So we have not had the chance to enjoy that wonderful attention to detail that Valve have with that. So, okay, wait, we might not get to talk about anything else then. Who's going to die?
Yep, smokes break, KJ. Oh man, that was beautiful. But the snowball comes out. Pseudo save, but now they're putting themselves in precarious spot as KJ is the one getting super low. The Nature's Attendants healing up ever so slowly. Nice blocks from Analog. Gets a nice Resonant Pulse off as well. Nisha wants to finish the kill, but KJ continues to run. Half Bambi. It's Analog now. They're going to turn their sights to him. This will be a much bigger kill, and it looks like another snowball. Potential save, or is it suicide again? Now Analog is on the run. Nobody from Heroic wants to die. Insania looks like Nisha's the first to fall, in fact. Analog ends up trading his life. It's a bloodbath as 2 more supports go down. It's a 2-to-2 trade. Typically go.
I want to say this lane is generally pretty even. So Nisha does have the CS advantage, but also a ton of creeps are coming into towers. Now it's a matter of how many of these Analog can grab with the pressure of Nisha actually jaunting in behind him here.
And Boxy gonna set this up with the flame break. KJ is just gonna take a courier though, as Insania is taking a snowball in the top lane. Schofield will be able to survive. Insania not so much. We'll pop the Fairy Fire, in fact, as Mickey wants to try to finish it, and he will actually live.
I think Mickey
the Thunder Strikes.
Screwed.
Oh,
He's
Mickey.
dead.
Yeah, the Eidolon's owning him, and that's a double kill for Devi. So not only First Blood gets 2 kills in lane.
Oh my god, this Enigma is going to be so farmed. 2,500 net worth, minute 3. 3-0.
And now he's going to snowball Insania. Has to live here.
He's
going to get Malefist on, and the Eidolons will continue their reign of terror. And that is a long walk back for Insania. Boxy's TPing in. Be able to get the Firefly off. This will be a pretty damn valuable kill onto Devi, but he's just right-clicking away. Flame Break is there. Boxy getting pretty damn low, and now another snowball. So Boxy will die, but can Mickey try to get the kill? Indeed, Devi's reign ends. The kill streak is over, and Mickey really needs to finish the job here. couple more right clicks will suffice, but a nice ice shards buying some distance. Looks like he'll be able to walk away unless... Oh my God! That was a headshot.
That was a three-pointer. 180!
Wow, Analog. Nice Aether Remnant. We'll be able to get the Water Rune with the help of his teammate.
Maybe, who knows?
Schofield taking some damage here by Insania. Looking for this bounty rune. He will snag it. Now he tries to get away with his life, but the glimpse is going to be there. Nice ice shards, but Nisha able to Waning Rift, and the coil should secure the kill. They will give it to Nisha.
This does actually not really feel that worth it for Liquid. They brought 3 heroes over, including Mickey carrying from the top all the way over to that, and Schofield still got the bounty, so...
33, trying to run away. Analog eventually catches up via the Astral Step, so looks like a death will come eventually. Unless it's to a neutral camp, which is always a possibility, but we'll try to aggro them, but he's getting blocked off, and... Oh, okay.
Okay, that...
No way. There's no way, right? K1 actually TPing back to the wave so he doesn't miss XP. Analog as well. 33. They just didn't want to bother with it anymore.
It's awkward for Analog because he has to reserve his... Lardar lives on.
Friends pretty soon as K1. Dealing with some pressure here by Boxy in 33. Boxy trying to TP out, but Analog closes the gap and brings him to his knees. So 33 left alone for the time being. Meanwhile, top lane, Malefice on the Mickey, but a TP is coming via Nisha. Gets off the coil onto Divine Llama. That looks to be an easy cleanup for Liquid.
That's a lot of heroes, but probably worth it for that one.
Yeah, he was
Firefighter in this game on his puck.
Oh, Analog. Well, he doesn't have to worry about the coil, but the glimpse is there, and now has to Astral Step to safety. Liquid have many members to chase this, though. Aether Remnant does hit, and that should buy enough space for Analog to get away. That was pretty scary, but meanwhile, the bottom section of the map, we have the Primal Split going off. Divine Llama might be dying a third time, but the Infested can keep him alive a little bit longer, looking for a potential black hole, but doesn't have the mana. In fact, looks like he had already used it prior to that. Down goes Devi again, and KJ will follow suit.
And really also seeing here the problem with these under-leveled supports from Heroic, right? These Wisdom runes. In this case, just... It's quite mana efficient to use Dissimilate to farm on this hero. Especially when you have the Fairy's Trinket, it all adds up.
They're hunting. Divine Llama is their target. He's silent. TPs are coming. Looking for a potential black hole, but he gets lassoed into death. Schofield not able to save him, so again, really respecting this Enigma.
The timing not. And are they just conceding? They're conceding it.
They are, yeah. Oh, that is so much XP.
Now he's coming.
It's too late.
Yeah,
Static Storm place, just in case. Analog just walks out casually.
Nice
Remnant. They will get Insania in all likelihood, but the chase continues to the north.
Well
Won't
worth
actually
it
connect
for
onto
Liquid.
anything else. Yeah, Insania sacrificing himself so that, again, Liquid get all the Wisdom runes to sides.
Yep.
It'd be funny if we were comparing that to pubs, then that would make a lot of sense.
That's faster than average
Nisha,
Gleipnir.
they show off the Orchid. Do they have the damage?
They do.
Absolutely. Nisha gets destroyed. So terrific Orchid reveal for Heroic.
Without the Orchid, he's fine. So with the information he had available, this doesn't feel that outlandish.
Oh, but now the Blink Dagger lasso. KJ making his way over, but the Kinetic Field Static Storm's too much as K1 will die. But the black hole from Divine Llama showing off his Blink Dagger. That's the death of Insania. More to come as Analog. It's a nice silence onto the Brewmaster to punch up into the air. No Primal Split for you. Great counteraction from the likes of Heroic, but Divine Llama gets sniped by Mickey. It's a second kill via the power shot this game.
Some more. Lasso coming off cooldown in 3 seconds as well. This is a big moment. Heroic trying to break it with Schofield.
Boxy with the lasso. Static Storm right on top as well. And the Flame Break in addition. 2 dead from Heroic right off the bat. And Divine Llama glimpsed into death. So Heroic absolutely crushed. And now they have to worry about their Void Spear potentially getting away because Coil was still up and available. He pops it. Analog with the Astral Step. Trying to get away with all this mobility, but just not enough. 4 for... And now He's technically alive, Cinderin.
Okay, never
He's
mind.
still alive. Doesn't stay. He gets taken out by Divine Llama. In the trees, Boxy goes. Ring around the Rosie. Attempted TP, but the punch in the air. Boxy, really tanky, but will fall.
A couple of casualties on the way out for...
Do you think the experience gap right now is more drastic than the gold? As we're going to see Lasso, this time applied to the Ench. Easy kill for Liquid.
I would think so, yeah. I mean, 2 Wisdoms, and taking into account that Liquid just won a big fight when the heroes were the highest level they've been.
33 showing himself. The rest of his team in the cover of smoke. Analog.
Rogue Siege Creep here, giving
They
some
have vision there, but they find Schofield instead. Snowball gonna put himself in a terrible spot, but Divine Llama with a nice black hole onto 2. Mickey just on the outskirts with a nice focus fire to be able to kill off Schofield. Eventually, Boxy does fall, so it's a 1-for-1 to start. Divine Llama burns to the ground as Nisha taking care of the back line. K1 looking to try to do something here, but he's left all alone, shackle shot and dead. And this is likely going to be a full team wipe for Team Liquid.
Just so damn clean, right? That looked like a promising...
With this first Aegis.
I
and this
definitely
kind of a
think
lead.
bottom tower should be a complete freebie if they want to go and push that. I don't think Heroic would be interested in defending that, but...
Oh, Boxy able to blink out just in time, and now the silence applied to the Tusk. Schofield dead.
It's time to dip.
Analog has to get out. KJ will be taking a full focus fire from Mickey. Super easy for Liquid. K1 is actually spotted
no
the
way.
lasso, bringing him back into the fray. Shackle shot will eventually latch. No, the rage still on. Now Instania is there. We got another Gleipnir to work with. K1, they are just getting everything. Liquid. I miss the days of Earthshaker having to buy bracer recipes until he has enough to sell to buy Blink Dagger, because he would lose too much gold dying. Really fun. Waning Rift, Nisha, freebie onto KJ.
KJ.
Mags now. There is the big item for Divide.
Yeah, this is a moment of opportunity, but...
Oh, Lasso with the coil breaking. Man, they have so much move speed as K1 attempting to TP out. Very close. Will be able to live.
Playing nicely spread out. Pushing the waves with low-risk heroes. There's another example of that. Nisha.
Oh, Mickey gets the shackle into the focus fire, but there's the black hole onto Mickey. This is just the Aegis, though.
Oh, he has 10 seconds of
Liquid,
Aegis. It's the dream.
He does get it. Divine Llama takes the tumble, though. And now Mickey can run free. Schofield, just the delay snowball as the glimpse going to be avoided with the Lifestealer inside. So Liquid get 2 at the cost of the Aegis, like you said, was expiring soon anyway.
Yeah, that was worse than the not black holing, but in the...
Rage-inducing plays that are happening here for Heroic and company. And Liquid gonna poke the high ground. Remember, they don't have the Aegis. It's 33. Obviously can primal split at any time. Gets punched into the air. Divine Llama gets initiated on and destroyed. 45 seconds of no Enigma. KJ dies to a focus fire. And K1 just tickling heroes at this point. Schofield stuck inside the trees. And Liquid absolutely dominating here in this game number 3. Triple kill from Mickey. K1 will Ogre Steel to the fountain. And now these buildings will melt.
Yeah, they have really good damage with their cores right now. This will absolutely be one lane. Don't think they'll be able to claim much more, but Liquid making it look really, really easy. Just... And who even says that?
Well, primal split used to siege the tower. That Earth Panda can really pack a punch, I'll tell you what. Glimpse back onto KJ. Gleipnir to follow and focus. Oh my god. Well, all right. That was a hero temporarily, and it looks like this will be the second set potentially, but still trying to defend, but I think these illusions and siege might be enough. Finally, the heroes come in. Rage already used by K1 on top of an illusion. He's been baited a bit as now the coil comes in. Static Storm as well, but Analog inside of K1. There's the black hole onto 2, but the lasso to counteract it. Divine Llama getting brought back into the grave. And K1, the last remaining member, is destroyed again. Triple kill for 33. GG's come out. Liquid will move on.
So many good movements, so many good individual performances. Once again, want to highlight Boxy on the back.